of the Privilege and News. I've been working all day, as you can see, since 7:30 this morning. But before I head off to bed, you can hear my son in the background laughing. Before I head off to bed, I want to talk to you about a couple of news items that caught my eye today. And it wasn't just this glorious new Halloween decoration we got from Costco. That's what my husband's doing. All right, the first thing is a clip from Kamala Harris talking on a very, I guess, popular podcast of Keke Palmer. She's like a child actress star. I've never heard of her, but I'm an older millennial, so I want to play this for you.
Highest court in our land just took a constitutional right that had been recognized from the women of America, from the people of America. Because what they did with...
Wait, just, Madam Vice President, please explain to me where the right to abortion was in our Constitution, because it was very clear it was never really in there. And that's what the Supreme Court said in the Dobbs v. Jackson case, that abortion was never in our Constitution. It wasn't written in invisible ink that was suddenly discovered by 7 men in 1973.
Is they said, essentially, a woman does not have the right to make decisions about her own body.
Not her body. Remember, what happens in abortion, it's not just a woman's body, it's also her child's body, another unique human being. Interesting, Keke Palmer is shaking her head in disgust while she, proclaims to be a practicing Christian minister's daughter.
The government will make those decisions about what happens to her body.
The government, that's like the fundamental duty of government, which is to protect rights, the fundamental rights, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness from all persons who reside in the government.
And here's the thing that I have to say, Keke, because I think it's so important on this subject. One does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree that the government should not be telling her what to do with her body.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you do. You actually do have to abandon your faith that God created each human being unique and with purpose and his image in order to justify legal abortion. Yeah, you do. You actually do. All right. Next article I want to talk to you about is in North Carolina. So July 1st, the 12-week Abortion Prevention Act is supposed to take effect in North Carolina. The Planned Parenthood obviously has been all over this, trying to stop it from going into effect. The pro-abortion Attorney General Josh Stein has basically said that he is not, even though he is sworn to uphold the laws of North Carolina as Attorney General, and this is now the law of North Carolina, he has said he's not going to uphold the law because he views it as sloppy. And he said, his quote was, "My obligation is to the United States Constitution," which we all know now. Dobbs clearly said abortion was never in the Constitution. And that's what I swear my oath to, and to North Carolina law when it's not inconsistent with the Constitution. So if you live in North Carolina, your Attorney General is basically not doing what he swore an oath to do. And he's trying to decide. Oh, and by the way, when he said this, he was standing next to the Planned Parenthood director. Just if you want to know, like, whose side he's on in this debate. Okay. Oh, the next thing I want to highlight to you, we just released this brand new website today. I'm so excited for it. It was a kind of an idea I had a few months ago, looking through a lot of the news articles, and I'm sure you have seen of women who've said that they're pregnant, they're facing emergencies, they go into like ERs, they go to a doctor, and the doctor's like, I don't know if I can treat you to save your life because, the bad Republicans in our state have passed a law preventing abortions, which, by the way, there's been 0 laws passed that prevent a doctor from saving the life of a mother when she's faced with a pregnancy emergency. However, there are doctors, or I guess you could call them abortion activists, who pose as doctors who, sadly, I've come to really believe that they're waiting for the woman they're going to allow die. And then they're going to hold this woman up and say, she died because our state passed an Abortion Prevention Act. Therefore, abortion and the killing of millions should be legal in our country. Don't believe me? Think, Kristen, that's too far-fetched. That's never going to happen. Just look at what happened in Ireland a couple years ago and how the abortion movement took the tragedy of one woman who received poor care and used her story to justify legal abortion throughout the country. That's what's going to happen. And it's disgusting when you think about the number of women in our country who need help. So, what we have done at Standing With You, which is Initiative Students for Life, we've set up pregnancy-emergency.com and .org, where you can go, if a woman can go who's faced with emergency in her pregnancy, she's being told she has a molar pregnancy, an ectopic pregnancy, something that's emergency in her pregnancy, where she can go and instantly be connected to either a nurse via video chat or through a helpline that can connect her with medical care that she needs, particularly pro-life OBGYNs, which there's more than 1,000 of them in the National Association of the American Association of Pro-Life OBGYNs, APLOG. So go to and please spread the word about pregnancy-emergency.com.org. My wish, my goal, my dream is that this website spreads far and wide, and women across America know that the pro-life movement hasn't abandoned them and that we stand right with them, and we want to help them receive the care that they deserve when they're facing a crisis pregnancy. So make sure you spread the news about pregnancy-emergency.com.org. I probably will be back tomorrow night. I'm kind of off, but hopefully I'll be back tomorrow night with a few more news items. If not, you'll see me next week. And I hope you enjoyed the news tonight. Good night.